Alright, good afternoon guys. It's been a little while since I've done an ASX investing update, and I'm just going to plug the laptop in, but for some reason it's not stretching. I think it's going to survive and it won't die. So anyway, I've got PRL up here, and especially in the hydrogen space, and I guess the focus on just improving Australia's ecosystem with regard to reliance on fossil fuels. PRL offers an opportunity. Now, in regards to a specific buy trade, it did get as low as 17. And I've mentioned this before. I was talking about this and I've never actually got in, but it did bounce off when it was at 11. There we go. I was watching it here, and it's moved a bit high, and it has offered a nice little discount recently where it got to as low as 17. It bounced, stabilized on the daily with a neutral candle there. So I guess from a technical standpoint, and with the market looking a little healthier to end the week, let's actually bring up the XJO as well, just to get a little bit of context on the situation. Again, though, at 17 cents, you are going to see potential headwinds as well. But it's, I haven't discussed the fundamentals in detail, but it's more of a stock when you get into something like this, you need to be aware of the downside. But it sort of has survived, through this issue that we've seen with markets. There was obviously growth stocks really took a hammering, and PRL is, not a mature company or anything like that. So you are going to see even good quality companies pull back in, these situations where it comes to, a market pullback overall. So we did see the XJO break down below 7,000. It did close over 7,000 as well. Let's have a look at the XAO now. Now, I still hold RAC. I just want to touch base on that as well. RAC 283 entry, based around $3 or just under recently. Now, I got in at around, it would have been around here or so in early Feb. And, there's been a little bit of good news out recently. There's still a lot of unknowns with this company with regard to trials that need to be undertaken, and is it super expensive? I mean, the entry wasn't great. I mean, a breakout through here, just a break of $2 or even below $2 would have been fantastic, but that's the value of hindsight. So I'm still holding this, and then I hold Bendigo as well. I got into Bendigo at, that is Ben Franklin's and not Bendigo. There we go. So got in here at 798 at the breakout here in November. So I've held, this is actually a bit of a long hold for me with my strategy, but it did get to 11.20 odd. This might have been chatter about the dividend announcement, and then obviously ex-dividend, and then, we've seen it stabilize a little bit. Got back to 10.64 earlier in April, and now we're sort of creeping back up to, really held 10 pretty strong. I was watching this whilst I day trade, just the first hour of each morning, and I saw a base here, and then it did sort of bounce a little bit, and we closed at 10.21 yesterday. So those are the positions I'm in now. I definitely have to talk about FMG as well. I will have to pause the video because even though it shows there's a lot of charge, the battery loves to die on me, so I'm just going to pause the video now. All right, I'm back. All right, FMG. So it actually closed below 23. This is interesting. I traded FMG on Friday. I actually did a day trade on it, and I won't bring that up, but as I don't have it prepared. But I got in. It would have been 23.50, and then closed at 23.68. and the high was 86 on the day. So interesting, and it did turn. I think this was on chatter from China after it would have been. I can't quite recall the position, but it was a member of Joe Biden's team, foreign minister, the equivalent of the foreign minister in the States, mentioned that they would support Australia if there was a trade war or something along those lines. So I do apologize for not accurately quoting it, but it was just for, further tensions with China. So, but really I see this is now, just looking at the chart here, and for people wondering what indicators I'm using here, it's just the SFL levels that matter. So I think you've got to have the subscription to TradingView though. But anyway, it's just a nice, I mean, I obviously use Spark and I have ComSec for my trades that I enter for swings or longer term holds. But with FMG, and just having a look at it, really, I mean, what was the low that it got to? The low was 2263. So there is a little bit of support where it is. So I actually might be looking at this on Monday for a day trade. Look, with regard to the price of iron ore as well, let me just bring that up now. All right, so we'll just have a look at the iron ore price. Now, again, it's just a free chart. I don't have a Bloomberg terminal. I looked into that. For a retail account, it's 4,000 USD a year. So I don't know right now in my trading career that I need that, but the price of iron ore did come down a little bit to 212. I know that in China it might have limited down, or it traded at limit down, so maybe over 7%. But as you can see, it's still trading well over 200. So I mention this just because of the catalyst on this, and that it's continuing. We have inflation concerns still. So, this is still attractive, this stock, with regard to the dividend payment that is likely to come out in August. So if we go back, we can see, so the 31st of August. So ex-dividend is typically a day before. So you'd want to get in on the 29th. So I'll obviously verify that. But, this is really nice to see it coming down at a discount. I would pursue this stock. It would be a position where I would get in with ComSec, and I might day trade it as well in the lead up. And then in order to deal with the ex-dividend, I might take the sell trade when ex-dividend is announced and potentially benefit from that as well, because you can see how this stock reacts to the dividend announcement, and it does typically trade a little bit lower. So, I was in this and then I got out at around, it was around here after it bottomed out at 1885. My concerns with the Vale were coming back online, and to be fair, I got shaken out. I did, and there was probably an opportunity to remain in. And again, when it came back down to below 20, I do know that Andrew Forrest got in with $200 million worth of 1949 or so. So I think that was the day he got in as well. And I got out. I got out after that. But, we've seen it actually got to all-time highs as well, broke out from the January highs. So, this is still looking really nice. I want to see what it does here. Honestly, I think there's probably some more downside, to be fair. I think we might see a little bit of cooling off. We've got some China data out as well on Monday. I think I can't quite recall exactly what it was. But again, you just want to pay attention to the price action. Like, this is not a rehearsed video. I'm just sharing you my thoughts. I know there's China data out next week. Usually it's on Mondays. So, and that might be CPI or GDP or something like that. So it's significant data. Pay attention to it. It's going to indicate what's going on. Apparently there's going to be more restrictions on steel production as well. So we might have seen a bit of a ramp up, and that's reflected in the price of iron ore. And now it's coming back down because of the restrictions that are coming in play. So we might see a reduction in export volumes as well. So something to pay attention to. Now I want to mention FEX now as well. This is meant to be a short video. Again, guys, it's non-scripted. I just talk about what I'm looking at. So FEX moving a little bit lower, really honestly 31 I think. We'll see what happens Monday in regards to what's happening in the markets, if these cheaper stocks are in favor, or if we're in this situation where we're going to see some more downside. So that's FEX. ABR, I think that's the ticker. See that? Maybe it's ARB. Here we go. This is another one I've been looking at. Dividends are a little bit low. It's kind of a little bit of a pullback as well. Pretty good earnings, I thought, as well. Another one I'm watching longer term play. Another one is AR9 as well. I've mentioned this stock before, and I'll go over a couple more after this. So AR9, it's taken a beating. It did bottom out at 22.5 in a range bound channel from 30 to 24 or so. Seemed to found a bottom at 22.5. The reason why I say this is that it seems that cyber technology, cybersecurity is in favor with the government. It's a real threat, China, etc. So state-owned agencies of that nature, that old pipeline in the States as well was a huge concern. So just pay attention to this one. I want to talk about 5GG briefly as well. It's had a nice little bounce. 76. So it's a little frustrating, but I'm going to watch this on Monday as well. This might be a day trade as well. I'm really I've got a little bit of money in the day trading account instead of just owning these companies, because frankly, I just enjoy doing that more and it feels more comfortable. Now, BET, we've got to bring up BET. Let's see what that did. I was in this. My entry was $1.3375 on this on Friday. I was looking for it to break through. I think the high was 136. I was watching it, and I moved the stop, and I think I got out at 132.5 on that. But again, we'll see that it's actually offering some. I'd like it to come back down here where it really had its nice turn, down at 125, 124.5 or so. Now ABB as well, like these guys, Australian internet provider, Aussie broadband, and it's interesting looking candle as well. Look at that candle. A nice day on Thursday, but it's just chopping about a little bit. I actually got in this soon after the IPO at 210. So what's the earnings like? Pretty good earnings. So, and apparently great customer service, and they're offering the ability for vendors to utilize their services. So it's just another way to supplement their growth a little bit, so they've got equipment and things like that they can deploy for other individuals to use in regards to a commercial situation. I probably butchered that a little bit, but they've got the ability to expand like that as well. They're not as simply as 5GG is as an internet provider. They can offer a little bit more in regards to infrastructure. So I think that's quite interesting. 5GG I really like though as well. I'm actually a customer of Pentanet. I'm going to end the video, guys. I think I've really touched upon everything that I'm looking at. Actually, AGL. Someone mentioned AGL a little while ago. I'm going to take a little bit of a beating. Just going to leave that for now. It's the nature of the situation with the markets. They're very unstable. And, we do follow America a little bit. As you can see, the S&P got a lift as well. The NASDAQ got a lift too. Let's bring that up. It's always good to focus on global markets as well. NASDAQ, nice. That's really nice. I think we're going to see some further headwinds, but that was really nice to see after we saw, 3 days in a row of selling. We got a little bit of a minor reprieve on that Tuesday, but that's the video, guys. It's 15 minutes. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.